Hi, I'm Tony Curcio, Director of Product Management here at Celigo, and I am really excited to show you a new feature we have. It's called Knowledge Bot. The Knowledge Bot is an AI-powered chat interface that answers questions you have about integration or automation. So let's say you're a new user to Celigo. You may not know how to use all the features that are available to you. And if you're a seasoned user, you may have a challenge you haven't had to solve for before. So typically in that scenario, you'd go over to documentation, you'd find the information, and then you're flipping back and forth from the doc to the product in order to follow stepwise instructions. Well, KnowledgeBot brings all of that information to you, including stepwise instructions, right in the product interface. It's a much more streamlined process and powered by AI, summarizes information in a way that's intelligent to help optimize how you can use the product. Let's see it in action. So here's a pretty simple flow that I've started working on. It takes leads from a file and it routes those into Salesforce. But there's a catch. In my business, I have multiple Salesforce orgs. One that is for my California stores and one for all of the other stores in my business. So I need to know how to apply some conditional business logic in the middle of the flow. So let's go ahead and ask Celigo AI this question. How do I route data different ways in a flow? After a couple of seconds, it responds with instructions on how to add flow branching. So we could see here the first instruction to click on the plus sign. Go ahead and do that. And I can see very clearly, select add branching. And now I'm presented with a conditional set of logic that I can apply, as it's also described here about either choosing first matching branch is where the data should go, or if it should go down all branches. First matching branch is correct. I'll go ahead and name this test state. My branch 1, I find in the instructions I can name this. So this will be my California stores. And this will be my other stores. And all that's left at that point is to apply the logic. So we can add a condition, as is described here. I won't need the advanced JavaScript functionality, but I can add a condition. I'll assign my state code and then test it. And then test it against the value of California. I can even, once this is now configured correctly, preview the logic and see that it's going to pass through branch 0, California stores. Perfect. I'll go ahead and save and close that and see that my test state branch condition now will route correctly to my California stores or to other stores. Problem solved. All I would need to do is add my other Salesforce org here, and then I've got my solution. Now let's say that's done and I have another question. I'd like to be notified if there's an error condition. So I'll come back down here because I haven't used this before and ask Celigo if there's a way I can get notified if there's a flow error. How can I get an alert on a flow error? What we see is we have information about navigating out to our notifications tab. So we need to go to the integration that contains the flows. So we can go directly here. And we'll find that there's a notifications tab. Go ahead and click that. And what I need to do is select whether or not I want it on all flows or a specific flow. So I'll go ahead and click for my specific flow. Route leads to Salesforce. Done. And at that point, I'm all good. Save that. And I've got notifications if there's ever an error on the flow. So you can see quickly that we hit two different scenarios. One with logic about the flow, and one with other monitoring and management functions. And you can use KnowledgeBot in any of those scenarios.